So happy that you're all here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. This is not an easy film. This is not an easy conversation. As Professor Hellman touched on, she's received quite a fair amount of pushback on even showing this film on campus. And so I just want to thank you all for being here and for engaging in this conversation because it matters so much.
I have a daughter. I have two kids, a daughter and a son. Heidi here, my Israeli Jewish sister, has kids as well. I'm here because I want to see our children walking in the Holy Land, hand in hand, enjoying the beauty of that land.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know, there's so much trauma, there's grief, and as a Muslim woman, there's so much embarrassment for me because Hamas terrorists use Islam in such a way in committing the most vilest of all acts. I'm here to condemn Hamas, and I'm here to stand by the state of Israel because for too long we have been fooled by all the narratives surrounding the issue of the Middle East conflict. And I'm a person who has visited Israel over, I think, almost 10 times. And I started going there advocating for the Palestinians until I saw during some of my visits signs that said, martyr your son, martyr your son for so much of dollars. And that kind of opened my eyes as a mother, you know. And then I began studying this conflict deeper and deeper, and I came to realize that how much an ATM has this conflict been to Hamas terrorists. And after October 7th, I think we need more Muslim voices, and we are advocating, we're speaking, we are pushing back at an extreme cost. We are ostracized in our own families, by our friends, by our groups. But I'm here because, like Nada, I also have a daughter who is attending college in New York, and she's witnessing so much hate. So I want her to know that her mother stood up for something that is right. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to all of you guys. The grace and humility that you come here with is really moving and inspiring, and I think we need a lot more of it. I came here for various reasons, professional, personal, I think foremost to stand with survivors whose pain and whose stories are in grave danger of being erased from the public discourse. As someone who's worked in the intersection of media and human rights for over 20 years and have had the opportunity to work in quite a bit of coexistence work with Palestinian and Israeli mothers, with connecting through education programs Palestinian and Israeli students, facilitating film clubs, the work of using media as a tool to mobilize local community activism, to build coalition around things that matter, to invest in local leadership, to drive the direction of local development, the work of human rights education and cross-cultural education at the core. It's all about recognizing each other's humanity. And I think this film has the opportunity, and this event has the opportunity to be that bridge. And I'm grateful you're allowing me to be part of it.
Wow. I didn't expect to have a hard time speaking. I usually can speak very well. I came here tonight specifically not because of what happened on October 7, because unfortunately as a Jewish person I'm used to seeing things where Jews are killed because that's who they are. Because that's what happened on October 7th, is that Jews were intentionally targeted and killed for being who they are and daring to live in their ancestral homeland. I came because of what happened after October 7th, when I saw outbursts of hatred and victim blaming on university campuses across this country. And I wanted to look some students in the eye tonight and understand what's going on here, and how did our places of curiosity and questioning authority and pushing back and seeking the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, what happened to that in our universities. And I hope for many questions from the brave students that are here tonight who are willing to come and bear witness to this. And if there are professors here, that you reflect on what you are doing to our students when you're not encouraging them to think for themselves and to telling them how to think about the world, instead of giving them the full range of possibilities of ways that we can approach conflict and the difficult things in the world. And you have to look at especially conflicts from all the different sides, because that's how we get the full understanding of what's happening. Something like what happened on October 7 is not simple to understand, and if you can just condense it into a black and white situation, then there's very something wrong with your intellectual capacity, and maybe a university is not the best place for you to be working and being part of the world. So I'm speaking with a little bit of anger tonight, which I can't say that has ever come out of me, so it's probably been repressed for the past year. But here we are on a university campus together, and it should be okay to disagree and to get upset about things that matter. And of course, I want to be here and express my deep gratitude to Netta for coming all the way from Oklahoma to be here in person and to speak her truth and to show an example of how, even in spite of all that we are facing and all of the reasons for us to not be able to sit and love each other and look into each other's eyes and hope for the best for each other, we're doing it because this is the only way forward. And I want to invite all of you to join us and go forward like that as well. And that's why, these are all the reasons that I'm here.